Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the USS stage of the Vegeta's Story Edition Red Zone and how we can complete the stage under special conditions, which is to use 6 final trump card category characters. Now, this one's not really terribly difficult, if I'm being entirely honest, largely due to how much synergy Final Trump card has with transformations, fusions, Margin Boost Saga, Patara, just like a lot of it's anytime a character uses like a big technique basically to win a fight or win a round in a fight. So really, we don't have a struggle making the team, if I'm being entirely honest with you. For this one, we're building an Earth Protecting Heroes team. Going to be rocking double Tech Vegetos, or Tech Goku and Vegeta Angels. We're also going to use the Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks because of how awesome he is. And yeah, in general, we're just not going to have too bad a time. There is a little bit of a ramp-up time for this team. We've got the Tech God Boys from the 7th anniversary who need a bit of time to build up. We got the Physical SS4 Boys who need a bit of time to build up. So we do have a little bit of build-up time, which represents its own unique challenge. But I think for the most part, a lot of it is fairly simple. I think for me, most of it is really quite simple, quite straightforward. You're going to set your rotations. We're going to have Vegeta and a Gogeta on either side, hopefully with the 7th year anniversary LR alongside them. So we'll have like the God Boys alongside Vegeta, and we'll have the SS4 Boys alongside Gogeta, and just kind of let them do their thing, really. That's about as much planning as goes into this. The rest of the units will realistically float. What I like to do with my one floating Goku and Vegeta Angel, my LR, is I do like to have them transform into Vegeta, just to have them be that floating support with some really solid defense because of his 50% damage reduction, his guard, and he can provide key and attack damage, which I think helps a lot and makes things pretty straightforward as well. Obviously, in terms of this fight, there's a few phases. There's 5. So you got Boto and Vegeta early on, fairly tanky. They got quite an increased damage reduction rate until they've received 6 attacks, but that's fine because it gives us time to set up. Then we have Ribrianna Giant Form. She does some little AoE normal attacks, which aren't too difficult to handle, at least not for like high level teams. So that's not really a major issue. And then we have Catopezra. Catopezra gets a big attack boost in his first turn, like a huge one. That generally, if you're able to get through, he's fairly easy to handle. So I would say the first 3 phases are fairly straightforward. And then obviously you get to the final 2 phases where things get pretty difficult. You have Topper, God of Destruction, probably the more irritating side of the fight because he has locking of character switching, defense minus 10% for each ki blast super received, attack of plus 10% for each unarmed super attack received. So we ideally want to only really have key centric attacks, and then obviously he fires 4.6 mil super, which can be quite annoying. And after Topper we face Jiren. So Jiren, pretty irritating, 350 mil health. At this point, however, we will use obviously our transformations that we have for our characters. So we'll be using Vegeta and his active skill. We'll be using Gogeta and his active skill. We'll be using the active skills and transformations of the 7th year LRs. Generally, I transform the 7th year LRs at the Topo stage. They don't need to stack that little bit more. And it helps a lot against Topper because of his locking character switching to be able to have characters that help you a ton. In future, you'll be able to have Gogeta change, or I think you can now, have Vegeta transform, and his skill will actually remove the negative effects from your other characters as well, which is obviously huge. So I do think that works out really, really nicely. Like I said, ultimately, we're just going to wrap things up with the 7th year LRs, their transformations. You're going to have Vegeta and Vegito transform, and this gives you a pretty strong presence against Jiren. Like, you'll be able to handle him with relative ease, I would say. So, yeah, it does end up working out, I guess, overall. Obviously, if you are someone who, let's say, is not really looking at this kind of team, I think it does become a little bit more difficult. I don't think you need both 10th anniversary LRs. Really, I don't think you need both Vegeta and Vegito. I think if you have either one, you can probably come out okay. Like, I think you'll come out fine. So yeah, I mean, that's really it. Honestly, there's not too much more to say. If you need any more help, you can let me know in the comments down below. But honestly, I think you should be more than fine. Generally speaking, this is a very strong team. So you probably use something like this maybe to even beat the event the first time round. It's very easy to accidentally complete the final trump card when you consider how strong all the units are. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Till then, take care, stay safe. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys as always in the next video. Bye.